so much for joining us today.
Happy to be here. I'm really excited about learning more about the Rally tool.
Great. Yeah, I know that we're here to discuss the tool, and before we go into our demonstration, we'd like to learn a little bit more about your Agile adoption and kind of why you're looking at Rally.
Okay, I can definitely talk about that. I think it's we're getting started on Agile, and I think the tool is the next step. I think it's really going to make us a lot better.
Great. So can you give me a little bit of insight? Tell me more how your engineering organization is laid out.
Sure. So we have about 50 people in our engineering organization, a lot of developers and testers, and they're a group, and we draw from that group whenever we have a project come out. These projects are sometimes from myself or my peers will decide that we need to enhance the program or the product, and we'll find the right people in that engineering organization. We'll bring them together and get the project done.
Great. And can you give me a little insight on your Agile adoption, your Agile maturity right now to date?
So when we run a project, I think we use Agile practices. We break things up into 2 weeks. 2-week sprints. We'll take time at the end of those sprints mostly to reflect on what we did. And a lot of times we'll even be able to show certain things, software or progress that we made, some of the earned value that we have, and sometimes we'll be able to release to production.
Great. So what I'm hearing is you're really driving with program-driven teams, and you're pretty early on in your Agile maturity.
I think we're using some good Agile practices. We're using sprints and we're trying to follow Scrum. We haven't been doing it for a very long time, but I think we're okay.
Okay. So Rally has a tool. It's a framework of your processes, and we also have a coaching and services organization that we'd be happy to, that we engage with our customers on a professional development kind of piece. So, when you're dealing with 50 or more people, if you scale what doesn't work, it's going to give you more things that don't work. So when you're creating and disbanding teams, we're just not seeing that work in the industry. So Rally has a class called Scaling Agile Framework, and this will teach you how to create persistent teams and deliver consistent work. And I'd be happy to set you up with one of our whole solutions consulting managers to discuss this and how it can work for your organization.
I think we're doing Scrum okay. I don't know if we need persistent teams, but I am interested in persistent work or consistent work. So I think it would make a lot of sense to try and talk to these people and see if there is any benefit, really anything to get us to more predictability.
Great. Well, then I'll follow up with you and we will go from there.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Emily.
Thank you, Peter.